Hello? Hello? Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Hi, I'm here for an interview. I'm here to meet a 𝗶𝗂𝘁𝗀. Let me see. Oh, I'm in the wrong place? Shit. Okay, well, my name is Kenny.
Oh, man. That is so hard to breathe in. Hey guys, Kenny from OneWeekender here. So on to today's episode. It's all about interviews. And the title of this is Don't Be a Pooper Trooper. Before I begin, let me just explain why I came up with this title. In the movie, all the troopers look alike. The tips and tricks I'm about to share with you hopefully will help you stand out. This video is split up into 3 parts. Explore, act, reflect. The explore phase of the interview process is all about doing your homework. You want to research the IT companies in a region you want to apply for. Make sure you know what the company's technology strategy is in the next 5 to 10 years. Using Glassdoor, look up what the company is willing to pay for as far as salary. Employees usually post anonymously. During this time, try to look up the current market value for that role that you're applying for using Google. Get an understanding of how large the company is. For example, small companies usually are very nimble but don't have the large budgets for IT projects. Conversely, large companies take a long time to change because of all the moving parts. Learn about the company's mission, vision, and structure. Read the job descriptions to understand the gaps the company is trying to fill. Job descriptions also highlight any weaknesses you may have in current skills and work experience. This upfront research benefits you by preparing you to ask better questions, demonstrating your enthusiasm about the company, and evaluating all the possibilities in your current work market. As an added bonus, you can get a sense of whether or not the company is a right fit for you. The very last part of this phase is to update your resume with this research. The act phase of the interview process is all about putting your plan into motion. Now, if you've done your homework, this part should be relatively easy. Post your updated resume to the following sites: Indeed, Glassdoor, CareerBuilder, USAJOBS, Resume Library, and a whole host of others. Once you've posted your resume to those various sites, headhunters will soon reach out to you. Make sure you block your time. This means that if you're going to set up phone interviews with the headhunters, batch them into the same part of the day, meaning all the interviews will be in the afternoon or around the same time every day. This gives you the flexibility to fit in as many interviews as possible. For example, I once blocked as many as 4 30-minute interviews in one afternoon. This was less disruptive for me and enabled me to be in the correct frame of mind. In the IT industry, I'm familiar with a few types of interviews. The first one is a behavioral interview. The candidate is asked a series of open-ended questions that is supposed to determine if they are a right fit for the company. This is done by asking how a candidate has acted in the past or what they would do in a specific situation. The question can be as simple as, how do you control the ever-changing client requests? 2, what was the last time you realized you made a mistake in an IT project, and what would you do differently the next time? Another question could be, describe a decision you made that was so unpopular and how you handled implementing that decision. Some of the small IT companies that I've interviewed for have been very sneaky, where they offered me a glass of water and watched what I did with that glass after I was done with the interview. What they expected was for me to wash the glass rather than put it into the sink. A Codality interview is another type of interview. This is a very technical interview where a candidate is given a series of problems to solve. For example, when I interviewed for Facebook, they asked me to select two programming languages that I was very familiar with. One of them was SQL, the other one was Python. The SQL questions were relatively easy, but they asked me very nuanced questions such as how to use a case statement versus using a where clause. In Python, one of the questions that a company asked me was to figure out how to extract an XML file off of the internet, parse the file, and then output the results into a text file. They wanted the code and the end result. Most of the Codality tests I've taken are timed. In example of the Facebook, I had a total of 1 hour to answer 30 minutes worth of SQL questions and another 30 minutes worth of Python questions. During the interview process, make sure you take careful notes. Some of the notes I've taken in the past are the questions that were asked and how I responded. At the end of the interview, mind your manners and say thank you for their time. When you get back home, send a short email thanking them for their time or send them a card. I personally don't send cards, I send emails. They say that hindsight is 20/20. The reflection phase is all about giving serious thought about how you conducted yourself during the interviews. Now, if you've taken notes, you'll notice that some of the same questions get asked by different interviewers in different companies. If you've given a poor answer, you can slowly craft a better response for the next time you are asked that question. You can also choose to update your resume or take additional training classes for any skill gaps or experiences. Remember, folks, like everything else in life and business, practice makes perfect. These are the 3 steps: rinse and repeat. Thanks. Have a good one.
I take my gun and I go pew 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 pew.